Over the next 13 months, American people are going to have the opportunity to sort through a lot of issues, sort through a lot of information. They're going to look at the records of these candidates. They're going to determine who offers the real answers. They're going to figure out who's just offering platitudes and pablum. And they're going to look for the proven experience of a leader that can take us, particularly in times of crisis, and take us forward. And as a border state governor, I can tell you that there's no such thing as homeland security without border security. As a voter, I'm not looking for somebody with the best soundbite or individual who's just out talking over my head. I'm looking for a proven leader who has been successful in disrupting, dismantling criminal enterprises, individuals that threaten our families, our way of life. Executive experience matters for the next president of the United States. Whether they're responding to a disaster, or they're slicing through bureaucratic red tape, or they're cutting taxes, the mayor of America's largest city is amply prepared to be the next president of the United States. And I'm not talking about just any mayor. I'm talking about America's mayor. Today I'm endorsing Rudy Giuliani for the presidency of the United States because he's got a record, a strong record of leadership. He's got the right vision for a nation at war. He's got the clarity of purpose, I think, that's unequaled by any candidate in this race. Rudy Giuliani is a leader who has a proven record of leadership. He gets things done. He is a results-oriented leader. Rudy Giuliani is best equipped to make the tough choices for a country at war. He's a consistent leader with a track record of consistent results. He offers America a much better vision than another Clinton presidency. The office of president requires much of its occupant. We've got to be diligent in choosing the next leader of this great country. Our nation's leader must be able to stare down the criminal element, whether they're trafficking in drugs or whether they're planting roadside bombs. Our nation's leader must be willing to act decisively in response to threats without dialing up their lawyer first. Our nation's leader must understand the stifling effect of runaway taxation and be willing to open up the path for growth. Our nation's leader must be willing to do what's right, even when it's unpopular. I strongly believe that Rudy Giuliani is that man. He's not only seen firsthand the devastation of a terrorist attack, but he knows what it takes to respond with resolve, with compassion, and with clear leadership. Mayor, I've been on the receiving end of one of those phone calls from a neighboring governor. They asked me to provide food, shelter, safe haven for thousands of their citizens in the midst of a very devastating hurricane. So I know in times of crisis, it demands of leaders to be decisive. It demands you to have good judgment. It demands you to be driven to do what is necessary to preserve the lives, and I might add the dignity, of our fellow human beings. Rudy Giuliani has made a career out of standing up for victims, prosecuting the worst criminals, and by bringing them to justice. During his time leading one of the most liberal cities in America, Rudy Giuliani successfully cut taxes. He kept spending below the growth of inflation and population during that period of time. And he privatized and he deregulated many of the aspects of that city's out-of-control bureaucracy. The time that we've spent together, whether it's been on the phone, whether it's been face-to-face, I've asked him some tough questions. I've looked him in his eye as he answered. I've studied his positions. And I will tell you, I have been highly impressed with his record. I've taken the measure of the man. And I believe without a doubt or reservation that Rudy Giuliani is the most capable, the most prepared individual of either party to be the next president of the United States. He is the best of a strong field of Republican candidates, and I'm proud to proclaim my support of his campaign